examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bulls will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Michigan's offense will have the first possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. Was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top. Wasting no time taking a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Wolverines! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Turning it on. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Bulls line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll field the punt. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll go to the toss. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Brings it in down the left side. Running free. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for blockers. The The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Really good job by the coverage team to make this. That's where they'll put it in play. So here comes the Michigan offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play...
Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverine. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The give on the option. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it down the right side. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Bulls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. looking to fire. Working that left side now. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Bulls have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. Breaks into the open. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Going to swing it on second down. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Touchdown, South Florida. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Running to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. A strike downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Wolverines have it with a first and 10.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Snagged out of the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. The RPO, it's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They just keep firing. Makes the catch. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On second and goal, they go right back to it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
They'll go to the air on third and short. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hit.
They'll start this drive at their own 48.
Ringo. 29 Philly. 691. Gators score.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's going to let it go. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they...
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive.
Spire.
He'll start this drive firing. It's caught. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Bulls come to the line in the hurry up. Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the Heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Bulls will call on their punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's not afraid to go deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Wants to go up top on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing them.
Wide open downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. From the gun, looking for a man. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Fit it in the window for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Bulls will punt this one away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll try the run. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain. Turning it on! Touchdown Bulls! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the... They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try the toss to the left. At the 35, he's open. Flying out to the left. At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on it.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
To the air on 2nd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got room at the 35. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was...
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Toss sweep, try to get it outside to the right. There he goes! Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. At midfield, he's got room. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now...
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, USF. Like a Thanksgiving. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Trying to get the corner. Still on his feet at the 35. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's going to get loose. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So here comes the Michigan offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to.
Not enough space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score. Well, this receiver is making this passing attack look like it's going against air.
No doubt, it does. It looks like it's on air. I tell you what, you got to find a way to rough this guy up a little bit. Be physical. Make sure he takes a toll instead of all these big plays he keeps making. Make him tired, physically dent him a little bit, make him have to work a little bit harder than you have been.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Working on the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Dropping back, it's Humphries. And the defense got him at the 27.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point on.
Spins away from the defense. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Hey, man.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Got it. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Cricket. The give out of the gun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop. This should be the last play of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Humphries. Under fire. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give from the gun. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, and big time pickup on that one.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He's loose down the middle. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Michigan. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They tackle. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Snags a quick pass on the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The Wolverines want to move quickly.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're
turning it on! 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Here's the handoff. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Toss sweep to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Then you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Rushes on him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's got it. 1st down and more. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 38 over UNLV. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the tailback. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Might be changing the route. They'll run the toss. There he goes. Past the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those...
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.